Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Hasn't been quite a month because that last monthly recap is in the middle of the month, but whatever. Let's pretend it was a month. So it's time to recap what happened in February of 2018. Let's go. So first of all, you may notice, hey, I'm outside. Yeah, the weather is really nice. 2 days ago it was like 60 degrees. And I'm on the south quad because it's quieter, but on the main quad, people are like playing frisbees, walking their dogs, and everything. So I thought, hey, why don't I come outside and try to like catch the sunset? The sun's in a weird location. You got like the bell tower right there. Yeah. So just thought we'd try it outside. It's a little chilly, but whatever. So the first thing I have is, I'm sure most of you know this, but the Falcon Heavy launched earlier in February. And man, I've been waiting for this thing to launch since I found out what SpaceX was and heard, oh, they're gonna launch a rocket that has like 27 different boosters on it. That's crazy. Yes, the Falcon 9 finally launched. It was successful. The fact that it got into outer space without completely breaking. The two large engines on the side out of the 3 big engines, if you know anything about the Falcon Heavy, they landed simultaneously. I believe this was in Florida. I can't remember where they launched from that day. So yes, the Falcon Heavy launched, and originally it was supposed to launch I think around like 12:30 or noonish, so it was like, yes, I get to watch the Falcon Heavy launch. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. And then they're like, oh, there's wind, so we're gonna push it back a few hours. I'm like, what? Push it back? I have class. I want to watch this though. I'm like, you can't just like, it's not like I had lecture, I had discussion. I can't take out my phone and be like, I'm watching the Falcon Heavy launch. So I had a quiz, it was my physics class, and I got done with the quiz early, and I got a tweet because I have my notification on for SpaceX, and they're like, we're launching in T-minus 60 seconds. So I was like, okay, gotta get on my phone, go to YouTube, find the live stream, and I saw the rocket go up. I didn't see like the initial part of the launch, but I saw it once it had gone up in the air. And then I was just amazed. Just seeing it go up, and it like, reaching the max, is it the max pressure, whatever, that it can withstand, and it was okay, and it made it to space, and watching the 2 side rockets come down was just amazing. Simultaneously, like, who, what, how? Engineering and physics? The middle piece, yeah, that part didn't come down so well, but it's okay. And I'm sure you all know what the payload was. It was a Tesla Roadster, which, if you're not sure, like, wait, what? Why a car? And why was there like a space dummy, spaceman in the car? The CEO of Tesla and of SpaceX is Elon Musk, so he has a car company, and he also has a space company, so he just like put those together and like, why not put a car in space? It was supposed to get into orbit of Mars, because like that's SpaceX's whole thing, is going to live on Mars and reaching Mars, but it went kind of far, and I think it's now heading toward, it's like going through the asteroid belt or something, so they're a little off, but it's okay. They were successful in their launch. Okay, number 2. Updates about SWE. So I did 2 really cool things with SWE in the month of February. The first being iJED, which is Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day. Originally, I go to these events to just like take pictures and get video because I'm a historian, that's my job. But we were very lucky and we got to take over the university Snapchat. So I did a Snapchat takeover, and it was crazy because there were like 800 plus people watching the stories, but that's okay. It was a lot of fun, and it just made me realize I wish I went to events like this that U of I hosted when I was in high school to figure out, oh, what kind of engineering do I want to do? But it was just nice seeing how excited the girls were about learning about the different majors and learning more about the major they're most interested in. I think that was a big deal. So yeah, I got to take over the university Snapchat, and my friends had like added that Snapchat, and they're like, oh my gosh, I saw you on the university Snapchat. I'm like, that's so cool. It was a lot of fun. And also with SWE, I went to a workshop with Team Tech, and you know how I've been like modeling on Inventor and stuff? There's this software called Fusion 360, which is also used for 3D modeling, and that's kind of like the new thing. Like the new craze. Everybody's like, oh, you can like model your like an entire car if you wanted to. So I went to a workshop for that, and I modeled a steering wheel for a car. It was a lot of fun. Turns out I need to go to that workshop again for my SE 101 class to get extra credit. I'm like, by all means, I want to learn more. Number 3. As you may or may not know, I'm a part of the Catholic community here at U of I, and I went on a retreat earlier last semester, Koinonia retreat. I had my first reunion for that, so it was a lot of fun because I don't live in Newman, so I don't get to see the people on the retreat as much. So it was kind of nice being all together. We had dinner together, we got together as a community again, sang songs, danced. It was just so much fun. And along with that, the Cardinal of the Chicago Archdiocese came to St. John's over there, and he did a mass. It was 9 p.m. because why not, college students, but yeah, he came and did a mass. So that's Cardinal, I believe, Blaise Cupich, I don't know. Oh, helicopters. He came and did a mass. It was kind of crazy because he's like super important, and there's so many priests. Every pew was filled, and it was kind of amazing. I don't think I've ever gone to a mass with the Cardinal. So I mean, I met the bishop. I guess I got confirmed, but yeah, the Cardinal, he gave a very good sermon, and it was just really cool. That was an experience. I mean, like, the Cardinal doesn't visit college campuses, and the fact that he decided to visit U of I, it was pretty special. So I'm quite blessed to go to school where I have a great religious community around me. Number 4, I went ice skating. I know, it seems like I go ice skating all the time. Maybe I do. I really like it. It's odd because I don't like being cold, but something about skating and just going fast is so much fun. And I like watching figure skating, and the Olympics happen, and not putting the Olympics on one of my things, the 7 things of the month, because I didn't really watch too much of it because I didn't have any time. I did watch the figure skating. I know a lot of cool things happen when the women's half pipe and the men's half pipe. Those are my 2 favorite events to watch in the Olympics. But yeah, I went figure skating with Whimsy, which is my LLC. All my friends, like close friends in Whimsy, we got to go skating together, and we got to like hang out together, and it was like on a Wednesday in the middle of the week, so it's like that normally doesn't happen. My one friend went skating for the first time, and she did so well. She did fall maybe a few times, but hey, I fell. I never fall, and I actually fell because I was trying to like, I have good balance because like gymnastics, let's just say, and I was trying to like, okay, lifting up my leg, because that's normally what I do. I like try to lift my leg up, do an arabesque, like, oh, fun stuff, because you know, they're like the girls in the middle doing cool things, and then like the guys that play hockey that go around really fast. I'm like, okay, I can try like doing coupe, and I put my foot down, and like, you know, the spike in front of your skate, yeah, it came down really hard, and then I just like, I almost face planted by putting my hands out, but I was laughing so much because all my friends were skating together, and they turned around, they're like, oh, no, are you okay? And then they couldn't control themselves, so they all fell over like dominoes, and that is something I will never forget. That was a lot of fun. I feel like I've gone ice skating every month this year because it's only 2, get it? Haha. Number 5, I went to the Canopy Club. As you guys know, I really like EDM. Speaking of EDM, Spring Awakening, cool DJ, Big Wild came, and I just went to his show. I just love the music scene here at U of I because, I don't know, EDM wasn't a big thing in my high school, or that I like, people never really talked about it. I know like rap is really big here, so it was kind of nice like going to the Canopy Club. I can like listen to a DJ and I know his songs. This set was just really cool. The opening acts actually weren't bad. Normally the opening acts are like so-so, and you're like, okay, when is like our main act gonna come on, because I'm ready to go, and like checking the time. The 2 opening acts before were actually really good, and then Big Wild came on, and yeah, there's just like a different vibe, very housey, but I liked it. It was fun. Number 6, I went to the Krannert Center to see Don Giovanni. If you know what that is, that's one of Mozart's famous operas, and that was my first opera I've ever seen. I've been to the Lyric Opera before, I've seen musicals there, like The Sound of Music, but I've never seen an opera there, and I know operas are really, really long, so I was like, okay, I gotta like nap before this, forgot to nap. But I made it through the show because it was so amazing. I like almost nodded off before the first act was over, but I made it. It was so modern, and you're like, oh wait, aren't operas, isn't like Don Giovanni in like Italian or something? So yes, it is in Italian. So what they do is they project the words in English right above the stage, which is really cool. I love the music. Basically what I did the whole month was I make a monthly Spotify playlist. If you want to follow it, go check it out. But in February I had all of Don Giovanni in, so like in my playlist, so it's like 3 hours. So I just like walk around campus. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the opera, and it's like very dramatic and Mozart and reminds me of the movie Amadeus. You should totally watch that if you haven't. Look it up, Google Amadeus. It was really cool. It was super modern too. So like the old operas, I mean, like, I feel like that'd be hard to be entertained with. So yeah, it was modern. Don Giovanni was a CEO, and it was very creepy, as Don Giovanni is supposed to be. It was really funny too, and it was kind of cool because I knew 2 people that were in the show. They're like students here on campus. I think it was the Lyric Theater who put on the performance. So one person I knew from choir, the university choir that I'm in, and the other person I knew from my retreat. She was in my retreat group. I definitely will try to go see an opera at the Lyric Opera when I can. It's just hard because opera season's like in the winter, and I go to school during the winter, but who knows, maybe I'll go see another opera. Number 7, we made it to the end. This week was kind of hectic and crazy, so it was the end of February, and my TAs went on strike. What? What was that? Strike? Yes, so the GEO of UIUC went on strike starting on Monday. I'm not going to talk about it a whole bunch. You can totally look it up and read what they have to say, but basically there's an unfair contract going on for the grad students and the university. The grad students are basically fed up with it because they like haven't had a fair contract in like, I don't know, like 200 days or something. Don't quote me on that, but like for a long time. Actual bell towers. My high school teacher was like, Purdue doesn't have real bell towers, you should go to U of I. Some of my TAs went on strike this week, and they made it through the whole week, so 5 days of striking. So what does a strike look like on a college campus, you may ask? Well, first of all, your TAs don't have to show up to class, so a lot of my classes got canceled. I had labs canceled, I had discussions canceled, I even had one lecture canceled, which was really weird. They are protesting and they are picketing across the main quad and part of campus, so inside of Fullinger Great Hall, all of the buildings on the main quad. I know there was like a march through like the engineering campus, they were at the grad building. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my recap for February 2018, and I will see you guys in another month. Bye bye. Woo! And per request of the people who actually leave comments on my video, if you're still watching, comment down below what was your favorite part of February. I want to know, because I'm sharing all my favorite things about February. Share your favorite. You don't have to share all of them. You can share just one, just a little bit. It'd be fun to read what everyone else has going on in their lives. Okay, I'm gonna go for real now because I'm getting cold and I need to eat dinner. All right, see you in a month. Bye. Oh, also, I guess I should say Happy March. Yeah. Okay, see you at the end of March. For real. Bye-bye.